There's something sacred blooming in the silence. Something your soul has sensed, but your mind hasn't fully identified yet. And today, the angels come to confirm it. The person you've been waiting for is being stirred awake by a divine force. You weren't placed in their path by chance. You were sent, whispered into their world like a soft prayer answered after years of wandering. They didn't expect someone like you, with eyes that see beyond, with a presence that disarms. They tried to carry on. Pretend the connection was a phase, a mistake. But your essence lingered. It echoed in their quiet moments, in the space where logic dissolves and spirit begins. You are not just a memory to them. You are a mirror they weren't ready to look into. And still, they feel you. Even now, when distance breeds doubt. Even now, when they've built walls high enough to block the light. The angels say, "This person prays without words." And every time they yearn for clarity, your soul answers. Your kindness, your truth, the way you stand in your own light, that's what awakened them. Not because you demanded it, but because you embodied what their soul forgot was real. Heaven is guiding them back to you. Not to repeat the past, but to fulfill the promise made in realms beyond this one. Your connection isn't just emotional. It's spiritual architecture, designed before time, now finally rising. This is why they couldn't forget you. Because the divine never forgets what it brings together. It was not you who sent me here, but God. Genesis 45 verse 8. You felt the pull. And yet, every time they get close, they step back. As if love were a flame they crave but can't hold. The angels want you to know, this isn't about your worth. It's about their wounds. There are parts of this person that are still frozen in time, untouched by healing, untouched by love. Moments they never spoke of. Losses they never grieved. They've carried these emotional ghosts like armor. But you? You walk in light. And light exposes what darkness hides. It's not you they fear. It's what your presence reveals. How unprepared they are to receive something so true, so soft, so undeniable. The angels say, you didn't trigger their wounds. You illuminated them. And now, they are facing themselves in ways they've avoided for years. They never learned to sit with vulnerability. They learned to run, to distract, to rationalize, but not to feel. So when your eyes met theirs, and your soul whispered, "I see you," it unraveled them. They need time, not to forget you, but to remember who they are without the masks. Because only then can they meet you in the place where love is no longer a threat, but a sanctuary. There's a whisper in your spirit that keeps asking, how much of yourself are you allowed to keep, while loving someone in process? The angels are clear, you were never meant to go dim so another could find their light. You have given. With grace. With patience. With a love that expects nothing in return. But now, it's time to return to yourself. Because being someone's soul mirror doesn't mean you forget your own reflection. They are on a journey, yes. But so are you. And your path, beloved, is sacred. It includes beauty, rest, joy, and moments of wild, radiant stillness. It includes dancing with your own dreams again. The angels say, your presence is medicine. But even medicine must be stored in a sacred place to stay pure. Don't abandon your glow while waiting for theirs to shine. Don't shrink to fit the silences they haven't learned how to fill. They will come. In their time. With their lessons. But you? You must live. Drink from the well of your own soul. Reclaim the songs you stopped singing. Touch your body with reverence. Because you are not just the one they're healing toward. You are a whole universe rising, and you deserve your own devotion. When they look at you, something stirs inside them. Not because you're intimidating, but because your light is genuine. And honesty disarms everything they've relied on to get by. You reflect back to them the parts they've buried. The tenderness. The longing. The truth they promised they'd never reveal again. The angels say, you became the mirror they weren't prepared for, but desperately needed. You didn't ask them to change. But your energy called their soul forward. And that call is louder than logic, louder than fear. That's why they feel overwhelmed near you, why one moment they lean in, and the next they pull back. It's not rejection. It's recognition. You are the sacred reminder that they can no longer live half alive. That the numbness they once called strength is falling apart. That the silence they used as protection is now suffocating. And still, you remain. Not chasing. Not rescuing. Just radiating. And that is your power. Your ability to hold space without forcing. To love without losing yourself. The angels reveal, he sees himself more clearly through you. And that clarity, though frightening, is the beginning of becoming. There's a shift in the wind you can't quite put into words. A flicker of something sacred stirring behind his eyes. He hasn't said it. Maybe he doesn't know how to express it. But something in him is waking up. The angels whisper, his heart is remembering what the mind tried to forget. It started quietly, a thought he couldn't shake. A scent that brought your memory back. A dream where your hands touched, not in words, but in soul. He's been walking through the same places, but they don't feel the same anymore. Because something inside him has changed. Your voice now lives in his silence. Your presence lingers in moments he thought would numb him. The angels show me, he's questioning everything. His choices. His beliefs. The way he guarded his heart as if it were meant to be untouched. This awakening is not dramatic. It's gentle. Like morning light slowly filling a darkened room. And yet, it changes everything. You are not a chapter he can close. You are the book his soul keeps reaching for in every quiet moment. He may not run to you yet. But he's not running from himself anymore. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Ephesians 5 verse 14. You've seen this dance before. The way he draws near, eyes full of something ancient, only to disappear again, like a tide afraid of its own depth. And you've asked yourself more than once, was it real? Or was I the only one feeling it? The angels answer gently, it was real. And that's why he runs. This isn't rejection. This is resistance. Not to you, but to everything you awaken in him. Because love like this doesn't just touch the surface. It excavates. It reveals. It shakes the foundation. He comes and goes not because he doesn't care, but because he cares more than he knows how to carry. The angels show that his soul is still learning how to hold love without losing control. He's used to surviving, not receiving. And you? You are a force he never learned to prepare for. Every return is a confession. Every absence is a battle he hasn't yet won. Let your heart rest in this truth. He is not finished yet. And neither is this connection. The angels say, this is not a door closing. It's a soul pacing in front of it, trying to find the courage to knock. Not all healing comes wrapped in grand gestures. Sometimes, it arrives in silence, like your presence did in his life. The angels whisper, your love didn't demand. It healed. You didn't try to fix him. You simply stood there, open, real, full of light, and somehow that was enough to begin the mending. There are wounds inside him that even time couldn't reach. But your energy did. Because you didn't just see the man. You saw the boy behind the armor, the soul behind the silence, the tenderness hidden beneath the survival. He never had to ask for your compassion. You gave it without a price tag. And that kind of love? It's a medicine the world forgot how to offer. The angels reveal, he's felt more understood by you in one glance than in years of conversation with others. You didn't need to explain your love. It spoke in the way you listened, in the way your spirit stayed soft, even when his heart was still hard. And now, the healing has begun. Not because you pushed, but because you loved, quietly, truly, fully. This is how light enters the places no one dares to touch. And you've been that light all along. There is a rhythm beneath everything. a divine pulse that moves when we think all is still. And today, the angels bring this truth to your soul: you are not waiting in vain. You are being prepared. This love, this connection, it's not paused. It's aligning. In the silence, heaven is at work. You felt the ache of not knowing. The questions that echo louder at night. Why now? Why this person? Why does it feel so fated? Because it is. Before you met, there were whispers in the realm of spirit. Two souls calling out to remember. Two paths set to collide, not to break, but to reveal something holy. The delays are not denials. The distance is not disconnection. The angels show me the map unfolding. Steps you couldn't have planned. Turns you didn't expect. All leading to a moment that will make sense of every detour. Heaven is not late. Love is not lost. You are not forgotten. This is sacred timing. A choreography written in stars. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. He carries a quiet storm inside. And the closer he gets to you, the louder it becomes. Not because he doesn't want to love you, but because he does. The angels say, he has never felt this exposed before. And yet, he keeps returning to your light. This love, it breaks down the walls he built to survive. With every glance you give, he feels the invitation to finally feel. But that terrifies him. Because feeling means taking risks. And taking risks has always meant pain. You see, he's loved before, or at least he thought he did. But never like this. Never where his soul was truly seen. Never where silence spoke louder than words. He wonders if you'll still want him when you see the parts of him that even he struggles to accept. The mess. The doubt. The places still in need of healing. So he hesitates. He pulls back when he most wants to move forward. He keeps the words inside when they cry out to be spoken. But the angels assure him, this vulnerability is not a weakness. It's sacred. And it's drawing him closer to the truth, that love isn't about perfection. It's about being present. And you, beloved, are the safest place he's ever known. Some things don't need to be chased. They find their way, not through force, but through faith. And today, the angels ask you to breathe into this truth. What is yours will feel like peace, even when the world around you shakes. You've held space for a love that felt uncertain. You've waited, not with desperation, but with a quiet knowing that something deeper was coming to life. This is not the ending. This is the surrender. The moment your soul lets go of the need to control, and trusts that love will arrive in its highest form, when both hearts are ready to embrace it. He may not be who you imagine just yet, but he's becoming. And so are you. The angels whisper, you were never meant to beg for what was destined for you. So now, release the tension. Let go of the need for answers. Let go of the question, and become the answer. The journey was never about fixing him. It was always about returning to yourself, and knowing without a doubt, that love doesn't have to be chased. It's drawn to truth. And you, beloved, are the truth he's learning to accept. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10.